Alright, howdy neighbors, and welcome back to How Stories Die. Last time, we crashed a party. So let's keep going. The sound of the chaos disappeared as we went further and further away from the castle. Is she okay? She's alive, but I think she needs medical attention. Phew. The carriage's speed increased. Wait, who even are you? Don't recognize my voice? I'm Gensei. Why are you here? I thought this was a mission only for me and Haruka. Not that I'm complaining, you saved both of us. Well, Shinbei said that he will take care of the escape plan and let me off. But I wanted to be helpful to Haruka and went here without him knowing. But never mind me. How did Haruka ended up like this? If it's your fault, I swear. Well, it's a bit weird to explain. So basically, Shinbei was an arm. What? Carriage stopped for a split second. Oh, and his real name is not Shinbei. It's Malik. Our mission was to discover who was the arm, and yeah. When Haruka discovered it, she got really angry and killed Malik. What? The carriage stopped for a second time. What in heavens? Are you saying Haruka managed to take down the arm by herself? Yeah, in front of everyone. But it wasn't a free kill. Malik stuck a syringe in her neck. A syringe? That's not something you would normally carry with you. Why didn't he just take a knife instead? Was something injected into her? Probably. I imagine Haruka wouldn't fall down from just a plain needle. So what happened then? Well, I ran into the crowd and got her out of there. The guards followed us, but then you appeared and... Wait, did you just say you saved Haruka? Yeah, what else was I supposed to do? So you ran, totally visible, and grabbed Haruka, the person who just killed someone in front of the guards. Yeah, is there a problem with that? The guard stopped for the third time. Dots. Nothing, no problem at all. I will get us to the base as fast as we can. Toshiaki can heal Haruka. The speed of the carriage rose tremendously. Both Gensai and I stayed silent for the rest of the ride. When we arrived, Gensai grabbed Haruka and ran toward the base without looking at me even once. Somebody is jealous, doo-da, doo-da. Blue. As soon as I made sure Toshiaki was taking care of Haruka, and that she'll be fine, I headed straight to sleep. This time on the floor. But it wasn't hard to fall asleep. After all, I am quite tired. Fall asleep. Dots. 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 The most miserable girl. Part 2. After 7 years of a wonderful relationship, the girl and the prince decided to marry each other. As time went by, the prince and the girl became a king and a queen. It was their responsibility to make heirs. The girl was more than happy to bear his children, but unfortunately the girl was barren and couldn't produce any heirs. The girl sunk into a depression as a result of that. One night, Satan snuck into one of her dreams. He promised that she would be able to produce children if he could use his spell on her. Satan was very, very smart and had the ability to create wonderful miracles. The girl agreed to the offer, and she became pregnant with the king's children. However, during the pregnancy, weird things started to happen. The girl's belly became red and full of blisters. The king and the queen visited many healers, but none of them ever witnessed such weird symptoms. 9 months passed, and the children were born. But something about them was wrong. Their skin was completely red, and they had goat-like horns on their head, and had eyes of a beast. The king was terrified of his children and ordered to kill them. However, the girl, who loved her children, hid them and brought them to safety. The king was very angry with her, so angry that even the girl's ability to manipulate emotions didn't stop the king's wrath. Foolishly, the girl told him about the deal with Satan. The king became even more angry. In his fury, the king took his sword and pierced her heart in half. She died instantly. Dots. 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 1 a.m. Oh my god, it actually happened again. I'm so happy. He really is the destined one. Oh, I'm so deviating from the main topic. Oops. Well, aside that, seems like everything went out smoothly. Jinsai fulfilled his part just as I predicted. Now the prince just has to complete the job and corner Haruka completely. If Haruka wakes up, my immortality will be complete. Good job, Malik. You have fulfilled your purpose. It doesn't matter how many arms are left. I am already invincible. Continue to play assassins Haruka and co. Stay beneficial to me, train Horus, make him a great spy and assassin, so I can finally kill the Angel of Death, the plague of this world, and destroy the source of sorrow, chaos, and evil in the universe. Haruka. Ow, my brain. My brain. My brain. "9 a.m. How is she? Can I see her? She's fine. There's no permanent damage, at least not visible one. Thank God. My heart felt a little bit lighter. But I need to examine the syringe to make sure. It might contain some leftovers. That might solve some very important questions. Is she awake? Yes, you can visit her. She is in Malik's room. I understand he won't be using it anymore. I know it's a little embarrassing, but can you lead me to that room? I don't really know this place very well. Haha. I forgot you only arrived a few days ago. You seem like natural. Thanks? I wouldn't really take that as a compliment. It depends on the kind of person you are. I'd rather be a lazy prince in a fancy castle than an assassin looking underground, fighting a constant battle between life and death. Me too. But the Demon King is still alive and threatening my people. Plus, there's a certain someone that keeps me here. Right now, I need to protect my kingdom. Only then will I return to be a lazy prince. I see, so the only difference between us is selfishness. Speaking of which, why did you went and saved Sister Haruka instead of running away? Haruka is an important asset for the Order. You cannot lose her. I'm just a beginner, so my death wouldn't be a big concern to the Order if I were to fail. It was worth the risk. Of course, it's not the real reason, but it's too embarrassing to talk about why I really did it. Huh. So the difference between both of us really is selfishness. I would have ditched her and ran away. Why? Isn't she your assassins come and go, die and born again? But there are a few talents who manage to remain eternal. Sister Haruka is one of them. The perfect assassin. Actually, I was very surprised when Gensai told me that what Haruka did. It's very unlike her, rather the complete opposite. She's a creature of pure death. Everything she contributes to the world is sorrow and agony. A creature like that must die. Well, at least after it fulfilled its purpose. You're wrong, Haruka's not like that at all. Who knew her for a longer time, you or me? Wisdom comes with experience. Then why did you heal her if you believe she needs to die? You didn't believe that, did you? Did you listen to any word of what I said? At least after it's fulfilled its purpose. It is, as you said, Sister Haruka really is the best, a huge asset to the Order. But what happens after we kill the Demon King? Then I will stop you. If you will get in my way, then I will have to run you over as well. I hope you understand. Of course I do. Huh. So I really hit the mark on the selfishness thing, huh? In short, I won't risk my own life to save a messenger of death. Isn't a necromancer a messenger of death? The other way, assassin kills, necromancer revives. But both of them are hated. Now, I am sure you want to talk with Haruka. Toshiaki opened the door and got out of the room. Hey, wait for me. We walked in the dark corridor until Toshiaki stopped and opened a door to the right. Haruka lay down on the bed, reading a book. Hello, my bright savior. Haruka, are you okay? Oh, Horace, there you are. Yes, I'm fine right now. I will leave the both of you alone. Toshiaki got out of the room and shut the door. Haruka, why did you do it? Why did you suddenly kill Malik? Who is Malik? I don't know him. You didn't listen to the announcer? He said his name was Malik. What announcer? What are you talking about, Horace? Oh no, I have a bad feeling. The announcer at the party. Okay, I will try to say it in a way you can surely remember. Why did you decide to kill Shinbei, who was an arm, in front of everyone? You know how dangerous it was? I killed Leader. Leader was an arm? What are you talking about? Brother Toshiaki didn't mention this. Did you lose your memory? You did it all last night. Wait, the party. You don't even remember the party? No, I do remember it. I remember it up until I put on that bunny suit. And nothing beyond that? No. So Leader was an arm. That reshuffles all the cards. I think I didn't even suspect him. After all, why would the one who formed the other side with the enemy? My first thought was that he created the order to misdirect assassins that wanted to kill the king. But that's illogical, as we had a lot of successes in the past, and murdered a lot of arms. And maybe those successes were fake? I thought about it as well, but whoever discovered the identity of the arms wasn't Leader. It was me. I could rule myself out as a potential cooperator with the Demon King. However, you can't. It's natural that you wouldn't trust me, but you may trust me if you understand that I revealed information that would identify me as a traitor in your eyes. Of course, everything can be reverse Sorry, I don't quite follow you. You talk and think way too fast for me. I tend to do that sometimes. Back to the traitor. It also doesn't make sense. Leader is the one who gave us the mission. You're right, why would he want you to know his true identity? I have a few theories, but the most likely is to divert attention. A few theories? She already managed to create multiple theories within a small time frame I've been talking to her? The most logical option is that someone learned that I suspect him and wanted to divert my attention. He must have went through my notes. That's a possibility. Although I find it odd. How? While I do record everything I do in my notes, they are encrypted. I invented a secret cipher that makes sure no one will be able to read them. I kept the key to the cipher in a very secret place. I am sure no one would be able to take it from there. How do you know that? Oh, where did you hide it? It's possible someone discovered the key by accident. I saved it inside my body. I don't disclose where it is, but it's not easily readable. Of course, that would make sure no one would be able to take it while I am awake or asleep. I use a... What is that? I have no idea what this word is, so I'm gonna skip it. With a key that are about 13 characters, so there are 26 out of 13 possibilities for the key. Oh, is that to the root of 13? 26 to the root of 13 possibilities to the key. It would take too much time for the traitor to brute force it or use frequency analysis. Again, I don't understand anything what you just said. I'm just going to assume that there's no way for the traitor to read it without getting the key. The traitor somehow had access to the key. Maybe during the time I was asleep? Most likely. But I would have noticed. You talk about some traitor, but isn't Malik the traitor? Horace, you listened to anything I said earlier? My main theory is that the actions of Malik were taken in order to divert attention. It is logical to divert attention to yourself from yourself. No, he wanted me to think he was a traitor. But then why would he... Anyway, the most logical conclusion is that there were two traitors. That, or there is an important thing Malik wanted us to be distracted from. But the option of the second traitor is the most likely. In other words, the hunt for the traitor is not over yet. Although that is quite strange, Haruka is smart enough to deduct there is a second traitor. If so, why would the traitor work on a distraction which obviously won't work? Do you think the traitor might be Brother Izo? Why do you think it's Brother Izo? He's the only one I haven't met yet. It's only natural to suspect him. Yeah, I suppose. Although if he is the traitor, it would be... then that party trick wouldn't be very helpful. He's on a mission right now? Indeed. May I ask what kind of mission it is? There's a half-cult, half-mafia organization called Mammon. Called... what god do they worship? They worship money itself. They think that money is what is controlling the world and thus is God. And they are trying to acquire as much of it as possible. That's a pretty weird belief. Agreed. I haven't really understood the logic behind their way of thinking nor their ideology. But we heavily support the leader of Mammon to be an arm. Oh, suspect. Whoops. Based on what? Based on the connection of an arm we already killed. A police chief. We also shown evidence of strong affinity to magic. To get a confirmation, we sent Izo to join their cult and gain information. And that's been going on for 9 months. Wow, that's quite a lot. That concludes our conversation about Izo. Oh, why? I want to know more. Now that your question has been answered, let's return to the main topic. The second traitor must be quite important if it's worth the sacrifice of an arm for him. And not just an arm, he was an arm which was the key position in the order. Haruka, I feel the situation is much more complicated than how we see it. More than that, I feel like we're playing right into the traitor's hands. Are you sure about that? If it was someone else, I would have dismissed him by saying his feelings are irrelevant to the discussion. But since your connection to the field of feelings is very tight, I'm willing to consider them. I think you're confusing between emotions and stomach feelings. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about it. Alright, then I will reevaluate our current situation and the meaning of the earlier events. Okay, if you need me, then tell me. No need to, you already helped. How? I don't feel like I did anything important right now. You're responsible for the feelings, and I am responsible for the logic. You direct my line of thinking in the right way. I am the sword, and you are the warrior. You really mean it? To be honest, it feels great to someone saying that I'm contributing something important. Especially if that someone is Haruka. The only thing that's disturbing me is that I myself don't believe I really am doing anything. Of course I mean it. The feelings expert and the logic expert. There isn't a feeling we can't solve. By the way, when Toshiaki entered the room, he says something about you being my savior. What's that all about? Oh yeah, after you killed Malik in front of everyone, I rescued you, and we somehow managed to run away from the guards. Wow, that's amazing. Amazing. It was sheer luck. If a single thing had went wrong, both of us would be dead. Yeah, I did not compliment your luck. I complimented your decision to throw away your life for me. Oh. You realized your value to the Order was smaller than mine, and bet on your life to save the larger asset. Do you know, when you put it like that, sometimes a small fry who knows he is weak is better than a master whom he knows is strong. If I didn't act so foolishly, there wouldn't have been any need for that. But you killed an arm. That's really great. Still, that wasn't in the description of the mission. Yeah, it's even better than completing the mission. No, you don't understand. I got away with that by sheer luck only. By doing that, I put our objective at risk. And you really are against that kind of decisions? I wonder what caused you to make that decision in the party. But asking you is pretty pointless since you claim to have forgotten what happened at the party. Exactly. I myself don't understand what went through my head at that exact moment. I feel bad about that. In the end, everything worked out. Feeling bad? What do you mean by that? Alright, feelings and you don't really get along together. But still, it frustrates me that I made a mistake like that. I finally failed, and I don't even know what happened. Finally failed? Am I missing something? I don't think you mean that you actually want to fail. Dots. Horace. Did you know I never failed before? I'm not surprised. Not even once. Throughout all my life, I never experienced a single failure. What do you mean by that? Every grade is 100, every project is praised by everyone, every competition is first place, every mission is completed flawlessly, every attempt at anything is a success. In short, every goal I set to myself has been achieved consistently. My only failure I had in my life is the inability to fully understand my feelings. But I never set that as a goal, so I don't think of that as a failure at all. My life is a never-ending loop of goals and successes. That's great. Look at Haruka's face. I understand how much of a mistake it was saying that. Haruka's eyes are almost tearing. Her tone of speaking is different from her usual confident one. Reminds me of the Haruka I knew back in Altaria. A sadder version of Haruka I knew back then. No, 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 no. It's not great. It's not great at all. It's the absolute worst. You have no idea how horrible it is. You are correct in that. As someone who does not, or like cared before and then stopped, it sucks. When you care so much and then no one else does. It sucks a whole lot. Haruka's body starts shaking uncontrollably. Imagine hearing the same story for hundreds of years. The only thing that changes is the names of the characters. Life is a script that repeats itself endlessly. The only changes are the settings and the characters. Eventually, there is nothing to be excited about. What is there to be hyped about? The outcome is always the same. I always win. By definition, I think I might be a clock, repeating the same cycle over and over. I want to hug her to tell her that she's not alone in this. But she is alone. No one is perfect like her. Everyone fails sometimes. There's no way a normal being like me can truly relate to her problems. I had no idea you felt like that. Usually when I win or achieve something, I'm really happy. But maybe the reason I'm happy is because I didn't fail. The fear of failure is what makes success enjoyable. So if the fear of failure is non-existent, dots. Sorry, I didn't even think how it was perceiving you from that viewpoint. It's fine. I didn't expect you to understand the mind of a shallow and lonely clock. Even the king of emotions has his limit. You're not shallow. Even though you always succeed, you're still alive. You can make decisions. You live. You don't have to be a clock. You're a human, a demon just like the rest of us. So, yeah, maybe your successes have changed your perception on life. But you still feel like the rest of us. There's a chance. A chance you will get out of the cycle and see the wonders of life yourself. Think I didn't try? I'm trying right now. Until I finally fail, I will keep trying to do the impossible. Kill the invincible Demon King and plunge the kingdom into chaos. Rebuild it and destroy it again. Break boulders of the world of science. Build things even the gods haven't dreamed of. Everything you can imagine. I will try to create it, and I will try to destroy it. Then if you succeed, doesn't that mean you'll become a god? That's where it ends. Fool, I will never become a god. I am sure I will fail along the way. Someone who does not understand feelings cannot succeed in anything. Such an incomplete person is sure to fail. But I'm interested to see where it will all end. What do you think of that extent of logic? I am not interested in the answer. And I also don't like your reason to kill the Demon King. It is so self-centered and egoistic. Is that wrong? Well, yeah, of course it's wrong. Don't you understand why it's wrong? No, I don't understand at all. Besides, you're trying to kill him too. Well, yes, but I'm doing so to say... So you should be happy you have an ally. Well, I guess you're right. If it's to save Altaria, it doesn't matter why Haruka helps me, as long as the goal is achieved. Or is it? One of the reasons for being here is uncovering the truth of Haruka, the Haruka I knew back in Altaria. Is this what I've been looking for? Is this the true Haruka? No, I don't believe that. I've got a hunch that there's still something beyond that. I believe that something is the Haruka I met in Altaria. Greetings to the power couple of the new Genesis Order. There's a meeting right now, come. Oh, sure. I don't think the term power couple is appropriate, but I kinda like it. What are you doing? Desist to this moment. Man, I'm so glad you're fine right now. Release me. Do you realize I can kill you in 200 different ways? I think it's a hug. Vincent smiled and let go of Haruka. You're not hurt in the same way. Oh, you are not hurt in some way, are you? Perfectly capable of any mission as before. Don't ask worthless questions. Toshiaki came from behind us. I noticed he was holding something in his left hand. Thank you all for coming here after the event that shook our order. As all of you know, Leader is dead, and all of us are confused about the details. Sister Haruka, you were the one that killed the Leader. Explain exactly what happened. Ooh, that might be a problem. I don't remember. What do you mean by that? To what extent? Toshiaki's voice became more forceful. I don't understand why. I thought he knew Haruka lost her memory. I don't remember what happened at the party. Nothing at all. Details, give us details. What was the last thing you remember? Hey, speak more nicely to her. He's right. Look at what she went through. At least lower your tone. Ugh, why does it even matter? Just give us Last thing I remember was putting on the bunny outfit. That must mean there was something in the bunny suit. No, it doesn't, idiot. You're an idiot. Can you estimate how much time it was before you killed the Leader? The opening ceremony was at 11 p.m. I think I put the bunny suit on at 6 p.m., so 5 hours. Aha, very interesting. You know why it isn't very surprising to me that you lost your memory? Why? Toshiaki opened his hand. There were about 5 syringes there, and they looked like the syringe that Malik attacked Haruka with. What about the syringe? According to Brother Horace... Wait, I'm a brother now? Cool! This? Or the syringe that the Leader used. All of them are filled with the same liquid. Astrotheum. I see, so that's what happened. Have you managed to determine how much of it was in the syringe? Yes, the whole syringe was filled. Oh, that makes sense. Mind telling me about this astrotheum thing? Yes, I don't know that much about science stuff either. Astrotheum is a type of juice that can be extracted from a certain flower that only grows in hell. Once astrotheum gets to the brain, through the bloodstream, of course, it causes dysfunctions of the hippocampus. So basically, it fucks up your brain and erases your memory. Your explanation is lacking. You forgot to mention it in a special way of affecting the hippocampus. As you know, the hippocampus is responsible for all long-term memory, not just the relevant events. If it would try just dysfunction, like you said, I wouldn't even remember my own name right now. In truth, astrotheum is a special variant of the chemicals in the Shut up, doctor. Don't need more details. Question, why does Leader decided to inject astrotheum into Sister Haruka's body instead of just killing her? He doesn't even need a knife. He could have just snapped her neck. That bothers me too. There has to be a reason for that. Don't worry. I just have to think about it a little bit to find an answer. No need for that, Sherlock. Homicide? Is that what we're doing here? A Sherlock homicide? If that's the case, you can shoot me right in the face. There's already someone here who knows the answer. Who is it? You. Dots. What? How can you say that? I didn't even come to the party. You came there with the carriage, right? Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. I went there to help Sister Haruka with her mission, and in the end, I even saved her. But that's not the worrisome part. The carriage itself or its location isn't the problem, but it's what's inside of it. You mean me? No. Although you are annoying, I wouldn't call you worrisome. I'm talking about the syringe I'm holding in my hand. What are you talking about? I couldn't possibly... They were found in your carriage. That's bullshit. I wouldn't even conspire against Sister Haruka. Then why did I find those in your carriage? I didn't check the carriage when I got it. Maybe they were from before. You unknowingly brought a murder weapon back to the scene of the crime. That doesn't seem like a coincidence to me. Not necessarily. Those syringes could have been placed in the carriage after we arrived back at the base. Why would someone do that? That's rather pointless. Are you playing dumb? Obviously, it was to frame Jinsai. Sister Haruka, I knew you would come to my aid. I'm just thinking about the rest of the likely possibilities. I have no interest in personal affairs. To be honest, I have a feeling Brother Gensai won't try to harm Haruka. Is that so, Horse? Yeah. This time I'm sure about it. It may just be a feeling, but I just know the feeling is right. Although he didn't try to harm Haruka knowingly, he could still do it unknowingly. Perhaps Leader asked something of him related to those syringes. Objection! If it was an order from Leader, I wouldn't have any motive to hide anything from you. After all, I am not loyal to Leader anymore. He is a traitor. I can confirm that it wasn't Haruka either. Besides the fact that she was unconscious, I can confirm that she didn't have anything with her when we got into the carriage. So either the prince is lying/guilty, or the most likely option is that the culprit put if before or after the incident. I don't think it was before. The leader told me he takes care of the escape, which is obviously a lie. But if Leader's plan had worked, then me and the carriage wouldn't have been in the scene of the crime. The culprit would have no, I will defy Leader's orders and go anyway. If it really is someone else who tried to frame Brother Gensai, he would have to know about what kind of syringe Leader would use. Indeed, if he knew what kind of syringes to use and in which carriage to put them, he is not just a simple pawn. He is an entity that works against us and is familiar with the order. You have any guesses to who it is? Assuming it's someone in the order, I use the little information I have to have reached a semi-logical conclusion that will most likely candidate. Yo everyone, I'm back! And as promised, brought you some real pretty souvenirs. The door opened with great force. Behind it appeared a merry-looking demon, with Haruka and Toshiaki side at the same time, and it looked like the cheerful demon in disgust. Oh great, you came back. Well, I don't have to deal only with that lesser idiot. Can you just make a normal entrance? Seemed like the arrival of the stranger made everyone forget what Haruka was about to say. Normal entrance is not my style at all. Yo, Tosh, how's it going? I believe it is the 1784th time I tell you not to call me Tosh. And it's going pretty okay until you came in. Did you have any fun while I was away? Did Shin turn into a hairless monkey? Can't you even identify a human when you see... Hey, my name is Horace. Nice to meet you. Extend my arm to shake hands with him. I see you're wearing the outfit of the orders. That must be... My name is Aizo. Aizo Okada. You seem like a cool guy to assassinate with. He fist bumped my hand. I'm not sure how I feel about that. So you're the new recruit, huh? Do you have any kind of skills? You know, we won't accept everyone in the order. You must have some crazy human powers or stuff like that. I'm not sure there is no such thing as human powers. Horace has... Oh my god! Horace has the power to look into one's heart. He is the master of emotions. Again, I'm not really sure about that. Whoa! That's like totally amazing, dude. So what's your favorite food? Fool, he won't use a lift a finger. He won't use a lift a finger for someone as lowly as you. Aw, come on, Haru. I wanna try this just one time. No. Please? No. Or... You can do it, right? Horror. It's the first time someone gave me a nickname. It feels nice. He's not a bad dude. I quite like him. Well, maybe I'll show you later. In the meantime, didn't you say you have souvenirs? Right! So in my long time in Mammon, I had a lot of time to gather wonderful gifts for you all. For Jen, I brought a few outfits that belong to the members of the Mammon. It'll help you blend right in. Perfect for stealth attack. Aizo did a finger bang toward Jensei. Jensei's face was a mix of confused and thankful. Bunch of weirdos. For Haru, I brought a report containing all the identities of the people and Mammon and their address. Even though you are stupid and unprofessional, I'm always reminded you have a way of making yourself useful. Thank you for your kind words. Certainly an improvement after the "you are an embarrassment to the word assassin" of last time. The fact still stands. As a present for Tosh, I believe this is the 1785th time I got the Mammon's plans. Some very important plans. What are they? Shh, patience. I'll tell you after I give my present to Shin. Leader won't be here for a while. Give your present to Brother Horace. Did Jensei just call me Brother Horace? I thought he hated me. Nice to know he acknowledged that I'm in the order now. Alright, listen closely to Hor. Now listen closely here, Hor. I got the best present here. Finally, the confirmation he needed. He is the arm. The leader of Mammon is an arm. Moreover, I discovered that he is a mage that specializes in manipulating liquids. So is this going to be like Avatar: The Last Airbender where he can manipulate blood? Because that could prove to be an issue. Very good job, Brother Aizo. Now we can start planning his assassination. Heh, to be honest, I thought you would be pretty useless if you stayed there for so long without a confirmation. Awesome, we're one step closer to the death of the king. Whoa! It's a bit weird for me to be the one breaking the rare happiness ore in the room. There was something that needs to be done before planning the assassination. It's related to the information I gave Tosh, which you didn't reveal. And also, don't call me Tosh. This is the 1786th time Are you familiar with the Limitation? Of course, it is a rare treasure in the form of a book. Its value lies in the ability to separate souls. Well, anyone except Paru? No, not even one? Well, it seems like I'll have to explain. The Limitation is a rare treasure in the form of a book. Its value lies in the ability to separate souls. That's exactly what I said. Well, Haru, you might be knowledgeable, but the people here need an explanation in simple language, a language they can understand. How ironic is it for a person like you to say such a thing? Anyway, those are the exact words. What do you mean by separating souls? Aha! I cannot ignore the request from the crowd. Aizo jumped on my question to avoid a conversation with Haruka. Even though they're a part of you... Even though there was another part within you, another personality trapped inside of you? Not really. Okay, I will explain it differently. Basically, it takes your spirit and splits it in half. One half stays inside your body, the other half of your spirit chooses a body to reside in. You insert yourself into another person's body and fight them for control. You can also try getting inside soulless objects too. Sounds creepy. Don't worry, the person isn't used... Oh, don't worry, the person it's used on has to agree to being split. He has to think, please don't split me, or something like that. Or please split me, or something like that. It's currently under the possession of the Bodis, also known as the Minister of Intelligence. No, it's that guy. Coincidentally, Mammon will target him as the next victim in their ruthless heist spree. I heard that one will be pretty big. So big that even Mr. Arm himself is planning the heist. Are they planning to steal the book? Not exactly. The boss is probably making it his personal target. Money might be their objective, but the real objective for the boss is the book. How do you know that? I've been following the boss for quite a while, and 8 days ago I got really lucky. I heard the boss talking to one of his most loyal soldiers about stealing the book. Heard? Eavesdropped, it's essentially the same thing, right? Why would they even want the book? It's obvious. With the recent deaths of all the arms, the king wants an extra layer of safety. If he can separate the soul of the remaining arm, he will double the amount of targets we have. Why didn't he do that earlier? He sounds like a really dumb person. So why didn't he just ask of him? What? So why didn't he just ask of him? He's a king after all. That would raise a lot of questions, and questions usually lead to answers. Answers that put the king's life in danger. So we have to stop him, right? Just stop him? Seems like a missed opportunity. Oh no, I don't like that smile at all. Yeah, me neither. A terrible smile. F. Boo. Oh ho ho, I love the heavens out of that smile. When someone is executing a very important mission, their mind is completely focused on it. And when the arm shows weakness, it's our duty to exploit it. Sounds about right. I suggest we split into 2 teams. One will head for the place where the heist shall take place and sabotage it. The other will go for the boss's head. Sounds like a horrible plan. Let's try doing one thing at a time. I'm with Haru. Sabotaging the heist will make the boss aware that we know about him. Let's finish him off before he manages to retaliate, or even say, Tosh secretly loves unicorns. Really? Brother Toshiaki? That's kinda creepy. What's wrong with unicorns? I love them too. We're deviating from the topic. I'm more of a dragons fan myself, but I ain't gonna knack the unicorn. If we kill the arm, then there will be no one to use the book on. It's useless. No, the king can still use it on himself. Look, the fact that the idiot supports this plan only further proves it's too risky. Also, stop calling me Tosh. I refuse to accept this kind of dangerous plan. It's okay, you don't have to participate. I'll do it myself. All of you will go and stop the heist. I will remain at Mammon's base and assassinate the arm. You can kill an arm by yourself? I highly doubt that. I'll see what I can do. I would dive in only if I know I can make it out. Since when is your judgment considered trustworthy? If you sense even the slightest bit of danger, then just remain undercover, okay? You can count on me. Izo did a thumbs up. About the heist, is it possible to just contact the police? Or is this an organization that works against the government contacting the police? Maybe in an anonymous method? No one would believe an anonymous note. Most likely, they will believe it's a distraction tactic. If you want something done, do it yourself. Okay, so how do we stop the heist? Well, let's look at Izo. Why are you looking at me? You must know some details of the robbery, right? When will it occur? Where does Bodis hide the book? What's their plan? It will be in 10 days in 5 p.m. I only know that the book is hidden somewhere within Bodis' home. 5 p.m. sounds like an odd hour for a robbery. That done. That's not nearly enough information. Let's take this week to gather information and devise a plan. You have the most important role here, Brother Izo. Really? It kind of makes me feel special. You are the only one that can gain access to vital information in their plan. It's not an exaggeration to say the success of the operation mostly depends on you. Alright, the information is as good as stolen. That cabin, consider it done. Gensei and Toshiaki take turns watching Bodis' house. Anything for you, Sister Haruka? Since when did you become the shot caller? Do you want to do it? Dots? Do whatever you want. I'll try gathering information from various sources on the outside. Wait a minute, Haruka. You're one a criminal now. You killed someone in front of a huge crowd. Oh, that won't be a problem. Succubi are illegal anyway. I'm used to operating in the shadows. Her confidence in her abilities is overwhelming. But she knows what she's talking about. I can trust her. Don't worry, I won't fail. I never do. And Horace? What? We'll stay here at the base. And I want help too. We're unexperienced at all with information gathering, and yet risk of losing you still remains. Fine. But I still want help as much as I can. So train, make yourself stronger. Me, Jinsei, and Toshiaki will return soon. Train with us, and you will become a somewhat decent assassin. Okay, I will do it. If it will help the order and advance us towards our goal. No objections? Dots. Very well, let us proceed with the plan. I call the meeting off. Good luck, everyone. The next week I trained with Haruka and Jinsei quite a lot. Toshiaki didn't even bother with me. But it seems like Gensai's attitude grew a lot warmer since the party. He spoke with me way more cheerfully and didn't pull any nasty tricks like before. And one day even... Dots. Oh. You're here too? Want to grab something to drink? Yeah, training is quite tiring. I need something refreshing. I went to the fridge and grabbed a drink without a skull on it. Brother Horace? What is it? There are a few things I need to say to you. Since I bowed so quickly, I took a step back in surprise. Thank you very much. Thank Thank you. Thanks so much for saving Sister Haruka. Well, it's not such a big deal. I was wrong about you. I'm so sorry. Instead of trying to go and save yourself, you went in and risked your life to save her. I don't know if it's just because you're a beginner, but try to say it like that. Assassins mustn't lose their demonity, or humanity in your case. That's what I believe in. Maybe you are an assassin, but you still can do good in the world. But assassins are still taking lives. They can never be good. You're wrong. Killing can be good. I'm living proof of that. What do you mean by that? Well, it's a bit embarrassing, but Sister Haruka is the reason I became an assassin. She showed me that I can save people by murdering from the shadows. After 30 years ago, my father and I ran an art shop. An art shop? I thought of a tough person like Jinsai selling paintings almost made me burst out laughing. What's wrong with that? Anyway, we were required to pay protection for a certain mafia. Which? Mammon. Their endless greed brought both me and my father to our knees. Mammon. That's quite a coincidence. So wouldn't the next mission give Jinsai a chance to pay them back? The shop broke down and I resorted to theft in order to let my father eat. My father didn't like it, but both of us knew the other option was to starve to death. It's horrible. I know. Me and my father suffered a lot because of it. They collected most of our money every month, but there was one time when they were extra cruel. Just one day after the usual collection trip, the boss himself came and threatened us to give him all of our money. Well, a day before they already took everything we had nothing for them. My father. You killed your father? I asked that quietly, since it was a pretty rude question. No. At least, although they were pretty close to that. So what happened? Sister Haruka appeared. I only saw her blue hair and a little bit of her face as she escaped through the door. The guards chased after her outside, but they couldn't even touch her. And then I looked down at the ground. The demon who terrorized me and my dad for years was lying down dead. I was so happy, so happy. That was the moment I realized murder could be used for good. That the messengers of death can be the messengers of kindness and hope. So I decided to become one myself, to use the power of death and shadows to make the world a better place. The next time I met Sister Haruka was already after when I became an assassin. We were hired to do a mission together and, well, let's just say my presence wasn't needed at all. She was just a genius of death. Watching her, I thought to myself, she could kill anyone. Everything she did was so perfect. I knew she could become a beacon of hope in our world. Just imagine that, an assassin that can kill anyone uses her powers to make the world a better place. And from my obsession with her, love was born. I knew Haruka was a sociopath that only sees other people as tools, but I still love her. And even more importantly, I think she has the potential to be a great help to the world. All she needs is a little guidance. In the past, I thought I was the only one who saw good things in assassination. But now I know I'm not the only one, right? You know it too. You know Sister Haruka can become a great person. A person who brings kindness and death everywhere she goes. That's why I saved her, right? Yeah. That was not exactly the reason, but it's pretty close. I think Haruka already is a great person, but we just need to bring it out her real self. I knew it. Also, there's one more thing. You love Sister Haruka too, right? Whoa! I guess I should just be honest with him. He revealed his whole heart to me. I should return the favor. Yeah, I love her. Sorry, I know why are you apologizing? Why should you apologize for loving someone? In fact, I am quite satisfied. In the start, I thought you were being a selfish person who loves her just because of her beauty. That you loved her only for yourself, not seeing the true beauty in her. Aren't you resenting me because we both love the same girl? I worry about Sister Haruka and the power that she has. I worry more about Sister Haruka and the power that she has than about me. I would still prefer if Sister Haruka ended up with me, but as long as she will use her gift for good, I think I'll be fine. Of course, that only matters if you win the 1 out of 20 and she falls for you instead of me. Like 19 out of 20. In your dreams. I know, the first one to make her feel empathy gets a free drink. Let's try our hardest to turn Haruka to the good side. You're on. Well, I think it's about time to replace Toshiaki. He must be getting pretty bored looking at the minister's house. I'll be back in about 8 hours. Bye. Bye. I invite him cheerfully as he goes out the door. He's a nice guy. I hope we can be friends even though both of us love Haruka. Finally, someone who is without a pessimistic worldview, who isn't a total nutjob. So that's your reason for killing the Demon King, Jinsai. You actually do care for the humans. Death and kindness, huh? I agree with them. They should be the essence of assassination. Wait, what was I doing earlier? Never mind that. Now I'll go back to training. I picked up the dagger again, even more motivated than before. "2 p.m. Found you again. Damn it. It's way too hard with you as a seeker. Next time hide yourself in a place I can't find you. I've already tried that 20 times already. All you need to do is hide and attack me using the element of surprise. It isn't that hard. It's pretty hard when the seeker has a sixth sense. I mean, sometimes you can just use sense of smell to find someone easily. In the current state of the scientific world, the sixth sense's existence hasn't been proven yet, unless you use a Krokel's model, which is an Okay, you get what I mean by that. Dots, right? Yes, an exaggeration, in order to add comedic value to a comment. Okay, I'm glad you know. Sarcasm. Mode of satirical wit depending for its effort on caustic and more ironic language than is usually directed against an individual. Haha, very funny. Ready for another round? Let's try something else. Maybe combat training? Sure. Haruka disarmed me and my dagger fell to the floor. For the 25th time. Another round? I think you already proved you're better than me at almost everything. Yes, I know. Harsh. Harsh? Why? I'm simply saying the truth. Yeah, people don't like to hear that you're better than them. It may be the truth, but it still hurts their feelings. I don't understand. Why wouldn't they want to hear the truth? That will only make them stronger. Because people are weak, stupid, and can't handle criticism. But I am sure you already know that. Maybe this is results of succeeding at everything you do for hundreds of years. You're incapable of understanding the loser's mind. And that mind sucks. I'm telling you from a loser's perspective. So let's leave it at that, because I'm too fucking tired right now for pseudo-philosophical crap. Sure, what kind of training do you want to do now? I don't really know. Want to play a fun game that helps improving your investigation skills? Sure. Okay, ask a question and you have to answer honestly. Sounds easy enough. What do you think the traitor is? I wasn't ready for that kind of question. I don't have any evidence, but I just have a feeling. A feeling? Do tell. Your feelings might lead us to the traitor. I don't know. Trying to think of anyone as a traitor is hard. If Haruka didn't find the traitor for so much time, I think it's time to think outside the box. I think it might be me. Huh? What? No, I didn't mean it like that. I know the traitor was present way before I knew about this place. What I meant by that is I think I may be manipulated by someone or someone else in the order is being used against their will. How's that possible? What do you mean? Something like mind control or second personality? Oh please, if someone was mind controlled, me and Toshiaki would have discovered it immediately. And dissociative identity disorder is proved numerous times to be just an urban legend. Oof. Really, I remember hearing from someone there were real cases of second personality. Mental Illness and Other Lies was published 612 years ago by Pseudius Chimaris. The Question of Dissociative Identity Disorder, published 1215 years ago by Chaim Dentalian. The Me Inside of Me, published 1819 years ago by Vual Chimaris. And of course, a study of rare mental illnesses, published 2409 years ago by Shax Valpula. All are respectable studies on the existence of dissociative identity disorder. Let me guess. There was a study published 3,000 years ago too? Dissociative Identity Disorder, A Big Bad Lie by Eligos Zagan. And 3,600 years ago? The Diseases in Our Mind by Andros Glacia Labulus. Okay, I get it. Weird. I swear I remember dissociative identity disorder to be existent. But if there are studies published every 600 years about it, then I guess... Give me the most likely candidate. Seems like Haruka is totally serious about asking a normal person like me who is the traitor. All because of this Master of Emotions bullcrap. Well, if she trusts me, I might as well give it my all. I'm not entirely sure, but the one I suspect the most is... a save point. It's highly unlikely that this is gonna turn out good. So I'm going over everything in my head. Because we know nothing about Aizo. I'm kind of leaning toward Haruka. Toshiaki we know nothing about. He refuses to talk to us. And Gensai. Fuck. Gensai opened up his entire life to us. But it was incredibly convenient that it was for these people. Something about that didn't seem very right. Oh my god, what do we do? Oh my god, what do I do? This game has multiple endings, and I know that, so I know I can just go back and pick someone else. I don't know enough about everyone to make a decision. Except for Haruka. But she already exhibited signs of having, like, different personalities. You know what? You. Thanks to question your mastery over feelings. Why is it me? I think that you told me about the traitor, so I wouldn't suspect you. Are you referring to the chance you might have discovered it by yourself, and then consider me as a suspect like the rest? Exactly. You thought the master of emotions is smart enough to do that, so you decided to do some insurance. That's what I think, at least. Those are some interesting points. But I already thought of them. How? This conclusion can be reached through logic alone, and it's extremely simple. If you were truly the traitor, why would I bring you here? You will only throw a wrench in my plans. I could have said you were incompatible with this kind of environment. Maybe someone from the Order spied on you? That means you were forced to make a decision based on the other's interest, not yours. Please, Horace, think before you speak. I rarely do that. You just experienced my perception firsthand in hide and seek. I would have found the spy in seconds. She's right. There's no indication of her being the traitor, so... Yo! What up, my people? Meeting in the meeting room! Sunscreen pierced the air. Haruka covered her ears and slightly cursed Brother Aizo. Yeah, right now, super important stuff. Like, real important stuff. You don't want to miss that. Like, you're gonna be real sad if you miss it. Yo, Haru and Hor! You're here. Yes, we are. Thank you for stating the obvious. There's a meeting right now. We're going to decide on the plan for the counter heist. We already heard. Haruka's voice is so toxic that I swear I saw a bit of poison leaking out. Cool, see you there, like right now. Aizo went through the door and continued shouting as he went down the hallway. You breathing junk. At least close the door when you're going out so we don't have to hear you. You really don't like him, do you? I just don't approve of his personality and usual behavior. I think that counts as hating. Whatever, as long as he is useful I will allow him to live. How nice of you. By the way, Horace, what? In the conversation earlier in the meeting room, I thought about the contradiction to your theory. Which theory? I had so many, each one of them makes me very confused. About the traitor trying to divert attention. What's wrong with that? Didn't the traitor try to use the party as a diversion tactic? If you really wanted to divert attention, Why would he put the syringes in the carriage? It's like saying, hey, I'm the traitor and I exist. It completely defeats the purpose of the party trick. There's a backup plan. A backup plan that ruins the main plan? Okay, maybe that was a stupid suggestion. No, the traitor had another purpose to the party scheme. What purpose is so important that it's worth killing an arm for? Well, I suppose it would be a good time to go to the meeting. Armed with that contradiction, look out for any weird behaviors during the meetup. An easy job for the Master of Emotions. Yeah, I've clearly been doing my best freaking job. And taking an hour to do so. So just observe my surroundings, right? Shouldn't be too hard. I hope. Also, don't think I didn't notice this shit in the background. Damn you, Brother Izo. You woke me up during my afternoon nap. Don't sleep in an assassin's household or you might regret it. Oopsie. Will you forgive me, right, Tos? I believe Brother Toshiaki should be the one apologizing. Throwing a machete at someone just because he woke you up is a bit extreme. This? It was just a warning. Next time I'll chase you down to kill you, revive you, then kill you again. Nah, nice joke. Dots. You wouldn't actually do that, right? Dots. And a goal. Honestly, you two. One of them is a traitor. One of them is faking their behavior. Their happiness, their sadness, their anger, all of them are complete lies. And it's my mission to detect it. But this... Aren't we supposed to discuss a plan right now? Right, good idea. Talking about killing little Izo equal bad. Talking about the plan equal very goody good. Alright, let's hear from everyone what information they gathered. I used my connections in the police to find out the routes of their patrols on the day of the heist. The nearest police unit will be able to arrive within 20 minutes. Is that good news or bad news? That means they won't disturb us. So basically, they won't stop Mammon and won't disturb us either. Yahoo! That allows us to have as much fun as we want. Party at Boda's house in 3 days. Who's in? Izo raised his hand for a high five. Dots? Anyone? I know the pain of being ignored after signaling for a high five is the most horrible feeling ever. I reached up for Izo and gave him a high five. Oh yeah! You're the demon... the man! Aside from that, Bodus himself will be at the palace during the heist, so we won't encounter him. Too bad. I want to get back at that asshole. As for Brother Toshiaki and myself, we mapped the patrol routes of the guards in the mansion. Jinsei pulled out a big paper. This is a table of the amount of guards in every position in every hour. Jinsei went over the paper with his finger. And here. Wednesday, 5 p.m. is the average amount of guards. What are all the weird letters? You have a good eye. Each letter marks each guard. We here at the new Genesis Order believe that a guard is not just a guard. He has an identity and habits. Jinsei pulled out more pages. These are identities of the guards and their usual behavior. And you know all this in just a week? When you watch someone for over 12 hours hidden in a bush, you feel a special connection to them. You know the frequency in which they okay. I think it's a little too much. Amazing job, Brother Jinsai and Brother Toshiaki. That's some very valuable information. Thanks. What exactly are you going to do with that information? If you want to know how the enemy usually behaves, you can predict what he will do next. Speaking of knowing what the enemy will do, guess who knows the details of Mom's plan? Well, Mammon! What? And me too! You really should have just said me. Do you know every bit of it? Yep. You can start praising me in 3, 2, 1. Dots. Seems like I really need to sacrifice myself again. Woohoo! Good job, Brother Izo! Woo! A plus. It's all in a day's work, buddy. Everyday hero. Ran out of water, now I have to be sad. Yeah, I know. Hurry up and tell us. There are two that was weird. There are two squads performing the heist, main and backup. The main squad tries to steal it using the stealthy approach, but if it goes wrong, the backup squad comes from behind and takes it by force. Do you know exactly the plans of each squad? I was just getting there, Haru. Don't rush me when I'm in my groove. In the groove? Let's take it from the top with the main squad. Yeah, so basically the main squad plans to enter through the front gate by hiding in a wagon with some valuable stuff Bodus ordered. Lots of super expensive artifacts and jugs. The squad hides within the jugs and comes out with a bang. Wouldn't the guard outside examine the jugs? Don't underestimate Mammon. They're very smart. They are very smart. Being 9 straight months undercover does have side effects. They research the identity of the guard and plan to do prep work. Just a little of opossum in his morning drink and he won't check anything at all. What is opossum? Derived from the name ipos, the liquid known as opossum has developed... We wanted to know what it does, not a 2-hour lecture. To be honest, I agree with Toshiaki for once, but I don't want to make Haruka angry with me. It makes living beings lazy after drinking it. Ah, opossum, the nectar of life. Wow, Brother Izo, that explains so much. Once they park the wagon at the house, they go through a blind spot in the security system and get into the vault. Do you know where is the blind spot? Yes, I do, but the problem is that I don't have a map of the mansion, so I can't... Haruka brought out a piece of paper. I assume this will suffice? Where did you get it? Are you some kind of map god? Hey, let me in. Sister Haruka, you really are something special. Yes, I'm aware. You're supposed to say thanks. Alrighty, prepare to witness my crazy route drawing skills. For the love of God, just draw it already. Toshiaki put his hand on his face in frustration. Here, whoosh whoosh. Izo drew on the map wildly. There. So the vault is right in the middle of the mansion. Kind of tough to get there without being caught. Well, that's why they have a backup plan. Exactly, the backup squad is the larger group. They are just straight from the underground and kapow! Right into the mansion, killing all the guards, getting to the vault. What do you mean by underground? Ah, don't stop me right in the middle! What does describe how cool the backup squads are? The description we really don't need. Fuck, how am I supposed to tell who the traitor is from this? This is awful. I'm coming out of the sewer and storm the inner plaza. Fuck, the boat is coming straight from the underground. Oh, it's a song reference. Oh my god. It took me so long. God damn it. Okay, I get you, game. I get it. I fully understand. Breaking into the mansion, killing all the guards. So we want to stop them in the sewer, right? Not again. Let me finish my sentence. As much as I would like to deny it, the sewer is our turf. So we'll stop them there. And we just need to stop the 2 squads, right? There we go. Let's go for the mains. Well, they're stealthier. The backup squad, there's significantly more of them. And while the main squad is for hiding. So I'm assuming that the backup squad is going to be more of the... And the main squad is going to be more of the... Let's go for main squad. No, it's not main squad. Horace and Genji will stop the main squad. Toshiaki and I will stop the backup squad. And how do I and Jinsei stop the main squad? You need to sabotage a part of the plan. The question is which part? Definitely the part where they're trying to get past through the main gate. Right, when they are inside the jugs and helpless. Perfect time to strike. I know exactly how to do it. We continued discussing for a few more hours. After many revisions, we finally came out with the final plan. And finally, we retreat back to the sewer and back to the base. We will have to reach the nearest sewer hole to the main gate. How long does it? 3 minutes. She measured the time it took from the main gate to the nearest sewer hole. Well, at that point, it wouldn't surprise me anymore. Is the plan agreed upon by everyone? Yeah. That's well. Good luck for everyone. Make sure you arrive at your positions 2 hours before the designated time. The meeting is over. Hey Horace, let's go prepare the stuff. If you know what I mean. I already have a feeling we made a terrible choice. Sure, but let's be cautious with those. Don't worry, I have a lot of experience with them. Being the stealth expert here, I needed to use them a lot. Okay, I trust you in that. Jinsei searched through the closet I once slept in. That incident made me pretty angry, but I'm willing to forgive him. There, got it. Jinsei pulled out 2 red boxes really carefully. I think 2 is enough. So Haruka taught you how to use them? Yeah, we went over it quite a lot. Alright, then you're in charge of setting up the explosives. Wait, are you more experienced than me? The other role is a lot harder to play. I'm giving you the easier job. No matter which role I take, I'll have to kill someone. It's not like I can't do it, it's just... It doesn't feel very pleasant, to say the least. Do you ever get used to it? Brother Jinsei, do you ever feel anything when killing people? I don't think I do. It may be shocking at the start, but if you strongly believe in something, it makes it easier. I believe that murdering our targets creates a better world. Even if they're innocent? Well, Jinsei looks uneasy. It's for the greater good, then... Listen, he is the bad guy. The person you have to murder is evil. He worships greed. I know that. 2 weeks ago, I didn't really care for killing demons. I mean, Haruka blew up a house full of people and I didn't bat an eye. But now, I don't know. I think that 2 weeks ago I thought about demons more of an enemy and less of living beings. So I doubt myself that I'll be able to kill without hesitation. Who did you kill? Dots. They were innocent people, they weren't evil. Just doing their jobs. Okay, but you did it for a good reason. Your kingdom is threatened by our king. You killed those guards for the greater good. The death of the innocents is compensated by the lives of millions. Isn't that correct? Yeah, but they were in a... Look, I'm not forcing you to think like me. Whether killing innocents for your goal is allowed or not is up to you. But that doesn't matter now. The demon you need to kill is the criminal. Killing a murderer is allowed. Human or demon doesn't matter. So don't hesitate. So that means I can kill you. Only if it's to save more souls. I'm willing to sacrifice myself for the goal, if there's no other option. He's so determined. I wonder if I would be willing to sacrifice myself if I meant achieving my goal. Okay, I'll do it. I won't hesitate to kill him. So killing criminals is okay with me. Killing innocents, I haven't decided on that. And I am going to stop there for now. Thank you very much everyone for watching, and hopefully I'll see you later.